Hello and welcome to Think Share. My name's Zach. I'm here to bring what I've been thinking about, sharing about, talking about, listening to, reading about that doesn't belong in math class to make you the goodest version of yourself. This morning, I was about to start listening to Gary V's Crushing It again. I've been re-listening to it in the past couple days since I listened to it earlier, like halfway through April. And I think every time I've been listening to each section, I've had some new ideas come up. I know this is going to be one of those books that I listen to quite a few times and keep getting new ideas from. It's filled with a lot of great examples of how people that are interested in building a personal brand and earning an income and really doing what they love full time, it just has a bunch of great examples for how people have done it, how they're doing it with different social media platforms, and how they're really succeeding in living the life that they want, building a personal brand, building a business. So I was re-listening to one of the sections where this guy was an architect. He built a website for himself to help him pass the LEED exam, which I guess is a pretty specialized exam for architects. And what he realized after he got laid off from a large cut from the company was that this website could be really useful, and he was getting quite a bit of traffic on it. And someone asked him, why don't you have like a little $5, $7, $9 ebook? And so he put in an ebook, and his first month creating it, he earned about $7,000 from it. And I've already created a book called Ideas Over Coffee, and my original intent was I just wanted to be an author, and I wanted to have all of these ideas that I'd been gathering over the past couple of years in one place. And so I think the book was great. The only challenge of it is that it costs something. And I think oftentimes, I don't like talking about it. I don't like using it because I kind of hate the fact that it costs me something if I want to give it away. And, there's a part of me that is really just uncomfortable asking people to buy it. And, it's simple enough for me to just buy it and then sell it for the exact cost that I got it for, so that I'm not making any money off it. That's what I usually feel most comfortable with. And at the same time, I think that some of the books that impact us the most, we have a little bit of skin in the game because, we put down $15 or $20 for it. So it's been tough over the past couple years, really trying to figure out what price point I'm comfortable with selling it at. At the same time, I wonder, what gives it the biggest impact. I use it as a giveaway for any time that I hit a milestone in YouTube, and I've just been having fun giving it away. So after listening to this portion this morning, I thought to myself, one of the reasons that I really use this YouTube channel is to try to bring some valuable content to high school students and millennials, around academics and around just being a human being, because I have the same catchphrase at the beginning of this show as I do on YouTube, which is it's just all the things that I've been thinking about, reading about, etc. And I'm often just thinking about what are the struggles of the human, and what do we deal with, and how do we get through it. And I try to be a living example of a lot of the things that I read and listen to, whether it be TED Talks, books, audiobooks, podcasts, YouTube channels, etc. So I realized that I could really avoid one of the problems that I have with, giving out a book and losing money, or having something for free that people won't get full value out of. But I realized I want to bring more value by organizing some of my thoughts. And I think that's kind of what Gary V's books are often. What they are is just, he's already given out all this information for free. A book is just a way to organize it in such a way that someone can consume it, understand it, implement it, and it's just a little bit more simple than listening to a 3-hour keynote that he does all the time. It's just well organized. So I had this ebook, this free ebook idea this morning of what are some of the top stressors that math students have in class and what holds them back from really succeeding. And I think one of the things that I've grown to do pretty well since maybe 2013 or maybe even 2012 when I was in college is when I have ideas, I know I have to start acting on it at least a little bit or else it will just die. I gotta fan the flames a little bit. So those moments when I have ideas, I try to give it a little bit of action. So the past 20 minutes before I started this podcast, I had this idea as I was about to get on the highway ramp. I just started dictating some of the words that were coming to my mind about this idea into Siri, into my notes. And I think I'm going to go through with this one. I was listening to a Daniel Pink and Tim Ferriss podcast a couple weeks ago, which I thought was really great. Is Daniel Pink was saying, you have to have thousands and thousands of ideas to have a good one. And, you don't act on all of them. And I think one of the things I've learned to do is at least act a little bit on anything that I think's worthwhile. And, if I stay excited about it or I see that there's a need for it, I'll keep going with it and I'll keep trying to build some action on it. So I think this is one of those ones I'm going to keep. Let me know what you think. You call in, as this is an Anchor podcast, or drop by my YouTube channel, leave me a comment, or you can email me at thethinkshare@gmail.com. I wonder what my listeners would find really valuable, as I think one of the things I wouldn't call myself an expert by any means, but I think I practice it quite a bit, is mindfulness, and not necessarily meditation, but really learning how to listen to my thoughts and emotions and decipher them from myself and decipher the fact that my thoughts are not me, so that I can be in control of what's going on in my brain, in my head, in my life. So let me know. I would love to know what you think I might be an expert on, and or what kind of information would you like to have an organized manual for instead of a daily bit every day. So thank you for listening, and I look forward to bringing you more content soon. Stay weird, humans.